All right, guys, how you doing? Doing a little walk and talk here. Gotta get some exercise. Listen. Boy, oh boy, we caught Gypsy Rose in something called what we like to call a bad fact. Oh, bad fact. A bad circumstance. Because I'd like to hear her explanation for this one, all right? Because this points to only one thing, all right? Okay. Now, we know the deal with all the Barney shit that's popped up, right? With the Barney doll with Gypsy and them. And we know that when Gypsy and Brie go and do these lives, especially they're going to just do it at 10 in the morning their time, we know it's for a reason. Everything they do is for a purpose, to try to tell us something or fool us with something, or they're setting up or they're getting ahead of something that's coming. So here's the explanation for it before it happens, right? So then you're like, oh, we knew this was coming, right? This is what they're trying to do, all right? Well, they fucked up big time, all right? Because let me explain to you. Like I said, everything they do is planned. That whole live the other day when they did the Barney doll, if you can't see that that was scripted and staged, and listen, supporters of Brie and Gypsy, man, please listen to me. Go back and watch it again. That was scripted and that was bullshit, and you know it made no sense. All of a sudden she goes, can we talk about the Barney conspiracy? Oh yeah, sure, scripted. She goes, okay, well, Ken was saying to me, okay, number one, we know that's a pile of bullshit, steaming bullshit. Ken could give two one-eyed Alabama flying squirrel fucks about you or your fake ass baby, Gypsy, because it's all bullshit, all right? Or he'd be standing up and saying something. Ken did not say anything about that. There's nothing about that. What it is they started doing this because I put videos out saying I got information on that Barney doll, and I know it's a talking Barney doll, and I know it's white, all this shit, and they knew it was coming. They knew it was coming. So they tried to get ahead of it, all right? So they did this live because here was the focus of it, guys. It's not what you think. The focus of that was the idea that was supposed to get out there was the Barney got washed, it got wet, and Dee Dee just threw it in the washer like it was just a regular little plush toy dinosaur, when it wasn't, because they're straying away from the fact that it had batteries in it. It was Wi-Fi interactive capabilities it had. I have a person that came in my comments, a viewer. Now, I don't know if it's for sure the same doll. This one's that is the Microsoft one, okay? And it can repeat stuff. The person in the comments told me their kid has one, and you can do a thing where it will record and repeat everything you say back with this. So, was it that simple, I ask? Was it that simple? Did they just take the recording of Dee Dee when they were torturing her? When she screamed out to Ace Bannister when she saw him in a mask and didn't know who he was? Who are you? When she was screaming for Gypsy, like, where the fuck is Gypsy? When they were starting this torture ritual on her? Was it easy just to record it, shove in the dinosaur, let it play, and then she runs out the room, Nick's fooled and thinks it's coming from... Was it that easy? But this is what I'm trying to tell you. They're trying to get ahead of that. They want people to think, no, that dinosaur doesn't have all those things in it because Dee Dee just threw it in the washer and she would have never done that. That's exactly why they did that, for no other reason, because they know it's coming. I don't have time right now. I got other things I have to be doing, guys, in the real world too. But when I get the time, I'm going to watch that interrogation a couple more times of Nick's. And I'm going to piece it together exactly right so I can tell you this, that, and the other, all right? And that's we'll talk more about the Barney thing in detail. But basically, yes, this Barney, you can control Wi-Fi. It had, with the Bluetooth, all that shit you can do from a distance, everything. She could have done whatever with that, all right? But that's not what I want. That's not the bad part. I mean, that's the bad part. But here's the worst part. You know that her and Brie constructed that whole story and scripted that whole thing before they came on that live, because Mandy, beautiful Mandy on YouTube, you know the one, capital M-A-N-D-I-E. If you don't know on YouTube, go subscribe and watch her videos. She's the beautiful one, got that Farrah Fawcett vibe. She's got all that big hair and everything. She's soft-spoken. She's really wonderful. But what she did is she made a video, and it's showing, to prove that this bitch is lying, and it shows from crime scene photos, photographic evidence of it was a fucking Minnie Mouse, which was just a regular plush toy that, yeah, you can wash. So see how Gypsy, this is how these psychopaths and sociopaths do it. They take a little bit of the truth and they interweave it in with the lies in their new fucking tale that they're trying to spin, right? Have a little bit of, have it based in truth a little bit. Yeah, maybe she did some laundry, okay. Minnie Mouse. So she went out of her way to make a big story to do this Barney doll only because she wanted in our heads, no way, no how could that Barney doll be what crazy karma collector is saying and have all these capabilities and have a recording device in there and had the capabilities to play a recording to fool Nick into thinking that was Dee Dee crying out, when it's really that fucking dinosaur recording that they recorded earlier when they were torturing her. And that's the goddamn truth. That's what happened. They can spin it out however they want. And that's why they were trying to get ahead of it. They want it in your heads, guys. Karma Collector's crazy. Dee Dee just threw that in with the wash. She would have never done that. He's crazy. It's just a stupid little plush dinosaur toy. Well, I've got more coming in a long form video. We could also extrapolate the actual dimensions of that doll on that table, right? By taking what we know the known height of that medicine bottle is and the known height of that particular little red fan that's there. We know the dimensions of those. And by taking those, there's a way that they were mathematically able to extrapolate that fucking thing, that dinosaur is the exact size of that as of that Microsoft one that does all those things. So that's what they did. This evil bitch drugged Nick in the room, threw the dinosaur down, turned it on, or either operated it from outside. You can. It's got Wi-Fi and it's got fucking Bluetooth, all that shit. And that's what she did to trick him into thinking she was still alive. So when it went down with the police, it would look like, well, he got the last four in on her and took her out. So there you go. That's it. That's it. That's what they did. They tricked this man this way. She hunted him down for a couple years on the internet, groomed him basically. That's what grooming is. We're about to see what grooming is. You guys want to say this is grooming, that's grooming, drag queens. No. We're about to see what grooming is. Okay, when those people go on YouTube and everywhere go through these emails one by one and go through these videos, we're going to show you how she slowly, systematically, and methodically groomed this dude into believing he was some kind of freak and all this shit and had a mean inner self and all these crazy things and different person and all this shit is what she did. She created this whole fucking narrative and tried to plant it in his mind. She's absolutely despicable, man. So this is what they're trying to get ahead of, guys. That's the only thing they're doing, man. That's why they did that video. Why would you lie about that? Why would you, out of nowhere, approximately 8 to 10 days after I made a video saying I got some more information on this fucking Barney doll and what it can do, and I'm going to make a video when I start feeling better, and I'm going to explain the whole thing, how significant this Barney doll is, right? And so then all of a sudden they pop up with this bullshit at 10 in the morning? For what reason? And they created and concocted a whole story, a whole tale that we know is false because the fucking laundry was still in the goddamn washer and it was a Minnie Mouse doll. And we know what she did is she based it in truth like that. She said, okay, there was a stuffed animal in that wash. Okay, I'll save the fucking party. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Karma Collector's come about here to say about the recording and how we tricked Nick with that recording. We can't let the people know that. No, we got to make it look like, no, Dee Dee just washes it all the time. No, it can't do those things Karma Collector's saying. It can't do those things. That's what they're trying to do. Well, they're not going to fool me. And don't let this dumb cunt fool you either.